In the chaos of World War II, when artillery could not always follow the infantry, the mortar became the quiet, devastating weapon that shaped the battlefield from the shadows. Let's start with light and platoon-level mortars. Japanese Type 89 Knee Mortar. Designed for platoon-level fire support, the Type 89 gave Japanese infantry immediate indirect fire at close range. Compact and lethal, it became infamous for its portability and constant presence in jungle warfare. Italian Brixia Model 35, magazine-fed, trigger-fired. Built for precision rather than raw power, the Brixia fired light bombs rapidly using a unique magazine system. Its complexity reflected Italian doctrine, favoring controlled fire over simplicity. Soviet 50mm RM-38. Introduced to support Red Army rifle squads, the RM-38 offered quick deployment and steep-angle fire. It represented early Soviet efforts to decentralize indirect fire to the lowest tactical level. Soviet 50mm RM-40, very short tube, a simplified evolution of the RM-38. This version shortened the barrel to reduce weight and production time. The compromise limited range, but suited the brutal realities of wartime mass manufacturing. German 5cm WWII, engineered for mobility and accuracy. This mortar supported German infantry units in fast-moving operations. Its limited effectiveness against fortified targets eventually led to its decline. British 2-inch mortar. Light, versatile, and reliable, the 2-inch mortar excelled in smoke and illumination roles. British units valued it as a flexible support weapon rather than a pure high-explosive platform. Now, the standard infantry mortars. German 8cm Granatwerfer 34. Often regarded as one of the finest mortars of the war, the Granatwerfer 34 combined range, accuracy, and durability. It formed the backbone of German battalion-level indirect fire. US 81mm M1 mortar. Based on the French Brandt design, the M1 delivered dependable fire support across all theaters. Its simplicity and firepower made it a cornerstone of American infantry doctrine. British 3-inch mortar. Heavier than its American counterpart, the 3-inch mortar provided strong explosive effect and range. It served extensively from North Africa to Northwest Europe. Soviet 82mm PM-38. Designed with rugged conditions in mind, the PM-38 emphasized power and ease of production. Its caliber advantage allowed Soviet ammunition to be incompatible with captured enemy mortars. Soviet 82mm PM-41, simplified wartime version. Streamlined for mass production, the PM-41 reduced machining while retaining firepower. It symbolized Soviet industrial adaptation under extreme wartime pressure. French Brandt 81mm MLE 1927-31, a revolutionary pre-war design. This mortar influenced nearly every major power's infantry mortar. Its balance of range, accuracy, and portability set the global standard. Japanese Type 97 81mm mortar. Built for reliability in harsh environments, the Type 97 supported Japanese infantry across vast and difficult terrain. Its solid construction reflected lessons from earlier conflicts. Now, the heavy mortars. Soviet 120mm PM-38. Delivering devastating firepower, the PM-38 blurred the line between mortars and artillery. Its success led to widespread copying by both Allied and Axis forces. German 120cm Granatwerfer 42. Inspired by captured Soviet designs, this mortar provided German units with powerful high-angle fire. It proved especially effective against entrenched infantry. US 4.2-inch M2 mortar, chemical/HE. Originally developed for chemical warfare, the M2 found its true value firing high explosive rounds. Its destructive capability made it a feared weapon in late war battles. Italian 8114 Mod 35 heavy configuration. Adapted for heavier fire support, this mortar extended Italian indirect fire capability. It demonstrated the flexibility of existing designs under wartime necessity. Italian 145mm Mod 35 mortar. One of Italy's heaviest mortars, it delivered massive shells against fortified positions. Mobility was limited, but its impact was undeniable. Now, the siege and fortress killers. Japanese Type 98 320mm spigot mortar. Firing enormous fin-stabilized bombs, this weapon was designed for assault assaulting fortifications. Its psychological and physical impact outweighed its limited range. French 150mm Brandt Model 1935 limited service. Produced in small numbers, this mortar represented France's push toward heavier infantry support weapons. Its influence was cut short by the rapid collapse of 1940. Austrian/German 305mm Skoda siege mortar used by Axis forces. A veteran of earlier wars, this massive siege weapon was reused to smash hardened defenses. Its presence signaled deliberate, methodical destruction. German Karl-Gerät 60mm siege mortar. The largest mortar ever used in combat, Karl-Gerät was built to annihilate fortresses with single colossal shells. Its deployment marked the extreme end of siege warfare in World War II.